Right now, Dane County's mask ordinance goes into effect tomorrow. What you need to know to avoid getting fined. And Wisconsin sees a spike in percentage of positive tests, while Florida continues to see a major surge in cases. Plus, a Madison coffee shop owner is speaking out against racism after a Black Lives Matter sign is vandalized at his store.
This is News 3 Now at 5:30.
We start tonight with breaking news out of Janesville. Police say a body was found on the city's south side today on Pierce Street. Police confirmed to News 3 Now that the medical examiner arrived on scene shortly after 3 o'clock. We do have a crew there working to learn more, and we will bring you the latest tonight on News 3 Now at 10. 21% of COVID-19 tests in Dane County came back positive today. Before last week, the positive percentage of tests in the county had never spiked above 10%. It comes as new emergency order requiring face coverings to be worn in public spaces goes into effect tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Gabriella Becerra breaks down that order.
While outside with plenty of space to physical distance, a mask isn't required. But as soon as you step inside, it's necessary to have it on.
I'm wearing it to protect you, you're wearing it to protect me. This simple way can be very impactful, and it can help prevent the spread of COVID.
Emergency order number 8 requires masks to be worn in any enclosed building where people other than members of the same household are present, in line to enter an indoor space, or in public transportation and for hire vehicles. Exceptions to that rule includes while eating or drinking and services that require removing a face covering.
If you are not wearing a mask because you are unable because of a medical condition or a disability, accommodations will have to be made for you. There also might be settings where wearing a mask could be unsafe. For instance, in a manufacturing setting where your straps might get caught up in equipment, that would have to be addressed by occupational health and safety personnel.
For those who can wear a mask, there could be consequences if you don't.
Those that are not in compliance, we would educate first, and thereafter there could be citations.
Those citations could cost you up to $376. Although a face mask isn't required outside, Public Health of Madison and Dane County is suggesting that you always keep one with you in case you're caught in a situation where distancing isn't possible. In Madison, I'm Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
Public Health Madison and Dane County is partnering with local businesses and organizations and encouraging others to wear masks.
This is a social media campaign where individuals and businesses can share out their excitement on the importance of wearing masks and why it's important to them.
People are encouraged to share photos wearing masks on social media while using hashtag #MaskUpMadison, hashtag #MaskUpDane, and hashtag #MaskUpUW. Some partners in this campaign are helping get masks to those who need them. Businesses around the city, including Little Luxuries, Revel, and Madison College, have already posted their support on Instagram. Also starting tomorrow at Metcalf's grocery stores, including the ones outside of Dane County, all of them will require shoppers to wear face coverings. They'll be providing free single-use disposable masks at entrances. The mandatory mask rule does not apply to children under the age of 2 or individuals with disabilities that prevent them from wearing one. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton. Such a beautiful day outside today, Dana.
It was really nice, or it still is really nice. Radar is nice and quiet. We have a lot of sunshine, and temperatures are pretty comfortable, so we're in a really good spot for our Sunday evening. Here's a look at our current radar loops. All is good. Downtown Madison with our Edgewater sky cam, a few clouds in the sky, but as you just saw, no rain threat for this evening. We're at 80 degrees right now in Madison, which is very comfortable. A light breeze coming from the north, and our heat index readings thankfully only make it feel about a degree or 2 warmer than our actual temperatures. Now, overnight, we're expecting temps to drop down close to 60 degrees. Some areas might actually drop to the upper 50s for tonight. Monday is going to be very similar to today, dry and quiet, but our thunderstorm chances will start to surge back in for Tuesday afternoon. The hot and humid weather develops for the end of the week and will carry us into next weekend. So enjoy this evening and enjoy tomorrow before it does get a little warm outside again. We'll take a closer look at those storm chances in just a few minutes. Amanda?
Thank you, Dana. The positive percentage of coronavirus tests in Wisconsin is above 10%. That's the highest percentage in nearly a week. DHS officials are reporting 769 new cases today. Although this is more than 150 fewer than yesterday's record high, this is still the third most daily cases we've seen during the pandemic. It also ends 3 consecutive days of record case numbers in the Badger State. No new deaths were reported today. Just over 7,000 of the state's 36,000 cases are still active. Nationwide, the coronavirus has killed at least 135,000 people as the confirmed number of cases approaches 3.3 million. And Florida, the nation's new epicenter, has broken a single-day record for new cases. CBS News' Tom Hansen has more.
Florida shattered a nationwide record for the number of new coronavirus cases in one day. More than 15,000 were confirmed Saturday, almost 4,000 more than the state's record last week.
Well, look, I think things are going to get worse before they get better.
Former FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb says there are indications the Sunbelt's current surge will peak in the next 2 or 3 weeks, but calls an extended plateau of cases likely.
Our recommendations have changed. Okay. Now, people of America, important to know you should wear a face covering.
As governors across the country mandate wearing masks in public, U.S. Surgeon General Jerome Adams defended guidance he and federal health officials gave earlier in the pandemic against face coverings.
It's important for people to understand that once upon a time we prescribed cigarettes for asthmatics and leeches and cocaine and heroin for people as medical treatments. When we learn better, we do better.
Florida, Texas, Arizona, and California combined have close to 1 million confirmed cases. The Trump administration continues to push for schools to reopen in the fall.
Fully operational and fully functioning means that kids can be back there. And if for families that need their kids in school in person 5 days a week, that has to be an option.
But some parents and educators are concerned.
It's a little worrisome because we're unaware of the school, the environment, and we want to make sure that he's safe.
How do you do 6 feet social distancing? How do you do that in passing periods where you have kids going to different classrooms?
Last week, New York City announced plans to have its more than 1 million students in the classroom only 1 to 3 days a week. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
Until now, New York held the previous one-day record of more than 12,000 confirmed cases. That was set back in April. A Madison business owner says he won't be deterred after his shop was the target of several hate messages. Victory Madison coffee shop owner Patrick Downey says when he went into work yesterday, he found that someone had taped a poster to his window that crossed out the word free and replaced it with a lynch. The original poster read "Free Sire," referring to area activist Marquand Clark, who was arrested earlier this month in connection to an arson attack on the city-county building. Downey says he's talking about the incident because it's important for people to know that racism exists in our community.
It's painful just from the point of view of it makes me sick knowing that there are people that feel that way. But from the point of view of them messing with me, I could care less. It doesn't affect me even a little bit. Because the overall message is so much more important. It's not about me. It's really not about me. No matter what kind of nasty stuff happens, it's really just about Black Lives Matter. That's it.
This isn't the first time Downey's shop was targeted. About 2 weeks ago, he says someone spray painted the F word on his windows above the letters BLM. Downey suspects his large window signs in support of Black lives are the reason his shop continues to be vandalized, but says those signs are not coming down. A 58-year-old woman is dead following a bicycle crash in Columbia County this morning. Officials responded to County Highway B in Otsego Township around 8:30. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office says a car hit the bicyclist, who was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials say the crash did not appear to be caused by alcohol or drug use. The driver is cooperating in the investigation. At least 21 sailors are injured after an explosion and fire on a naval ship in San Diego. Navy officials say the sailors have minor injuries from the fire. 11 of them were taken to a hospital. All of the crew is off the ship and accounted for. It's unclear what started the fire, but officials say it started around 9 o'clock local time. Adam Schiff says he's, quote, nauseated after President Trump's commutation of Roger Stone's sentence late Friday night. The House Intelligence Committee chairman made the comments this morning on ABC.
I think anyone who cares about the rule of law in this country is nauseated by the fact that the president has commuted the sentence of someone who willfully lied to Congress, covered up for the president, intimidated witnesses, obstructed the investigation. It shouldn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican. This should be offensive to you if you care about the rule of law and you care about justice.
Stone, a longtime friend and advisor to President Trump, was due to report to prison next week to serve a 40-month sentence. He was convicted last November on 7 felony counts, including witness tampering and lying to Congress. Yesterday, President Trump said Stone was targeted by an illegal witch hunt and treated, quote, very unfairly. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 5:30. Looking forward to trips to the beach this summer? Consumer Reports tells you what precautions to take to stay safe and still enjoy the sun.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
No, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. It's like so full of myself.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Despite the pandemic, new data shows the 4th of July was actually a busy travel day this year. A new analysis of cell phone data in 10 coronavirus hotspots shows even more people hit the road over the 4th of July weekend than over Memorial Day. According to the data, nearly all of the metro areas, which included Houston, Dallas, Orlando, Miami, and Atlanta, saw an increase in the number of visitors compared to 2 weeks prior. With recent spikes in cases, especially in some popular vacation spots, many people are still asking if it's safe to plan outdoor pool or beach time this summer. Josh Sprider for Consumer Reports has some important tips on how to have safe fun in the sun.
A trip to the beach may not be as carefree as before, but it can still be fun and memorable. Consumer Reports says know before you go. Beach rules may vary among states and even neighboring towns. Some might allow all activities while others might have limitations, including how many people are allowed on the beach. And plan ahead for food and bathrooms since concession stands and public toilets and showers might be off limits.
If the parking lot or the beach look too crowded and you don't think you're going to be able to stay at least 6 feet away from other people, it's probably best to turn around and go home.
Experts agree that the risk of waterborne transmission of COVID-19 is low, but the biggest threat is by coming into close contact with other swimmers who may be contagious. The CDC recommends wearing face coverings in public where social distancing may be difficult. You should, however, remove your mask before you swim and stay 6 feet away from other people in the water. If you're able to set up a beach towel at least 6 feet away from anyone not in your household, you may be able to safely remove your mask.
If you decide to go for a walk or anywhere where you might come into close proximity with other people, people, always make sure to put your mask back on.
And coronavirus worries are no excuse to ignore sun protection. Make sure to apply a broad spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher to all exposed skin. 2 top performers in Consumer Reports tests are also Best Buys at under $10. Trader Joe's Spray SPF 50+ and Coppertone Ultra Guard Lotion SPF 70. Reapply every 2 hours or after swimming, and wear protective clothing and a wide-brimmed hat. For Consumer Reports, this is Josh Breiter with News 3 Now.
Consumer Reports says it's important to apply sunscreen to your entire face. If you take off your mask at any point when you're not around other people, you don't want to leave the lower part of your face unprotected from UV rays. There's more on News 3 Now at 5:30. A warm-up to start off the work week. Dana has a look at your first warn forecast coming up next.
So sexy it hurts, and I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Dane County's mask mandate goes into effect Monday morning.
We'll tell you everything you need to know about the requirements and talk with medical experts about why it's so important everyone does their part.
That and Chris Reese's forecast to start the work week when we see you starting at 4:30 Monday.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me.
So help me God.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
President Trump considered the idea of selling Puerto Rico in 2017. That was right after the island was devastated by Hurricane Maria. The New York Times recently spoke with Elaine Duke, the former acting Homeland Security Secretary. Duke said Trump put the idea forward and approached the disaster as a, quote, businessman, asking if the U.S. could divest it. Duke says the idea was never seriously considered or discussed. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Dana Fulton now. Such a nice day out, and it's great that it's not too humid and sticky out there.
Yeah, taking away that humidity just makes it so much more comfortable. And overall, we've had a really pleasant weekend. Hopefully, you've been able to enjoy it because it is going to get a little more stormy and a little hotter for the week ahead. So as we look at our temperatures right now, again, 80 in Madison, 82 in Boscoville, but 77 currently in Mineral Point. And compared to this time yesterday, it's just a little cooler outside for most of the area, about a 2 to 5 degree drop throughout southern Wisconsin. So really nice evening ahead. A few clouds in the sky currently, so overall partly sunny skies for this evening. Again, plans outside, good to go. Tomorrow, plan on a very similar forecast. We're going to enjoy the sunshine again and pretty comfortable temperatures. Overnight, our skies will become mostly clear, so by midnight, we have a pretty clear sky, and that's going to help our temperatures drop quite a bit. We're expecting lows near 60 degrees for Madison, but areas to the north could see lows dropping to the upper 50s. It's been a little bit of time since we've had overnight lows in the upper 50s. Now for tomorrow afternoon, we continue to see partly sunny skies, a warm afternoon with temperatures in the low 80s, which is where we we should be for this time of year, about 82, 83 as opposed to 92, 93. By Tuesday, the clouds build back in. Early in the morning, the shower chances will be north of Dane County, but throughout the afternoon, the late afternoon and evening, we have a better opportunity for showers and thunderstorms to pass through. Could see some heavier rain at times and quick, stronger wind gusts. Not a huge severe threat right now, but as we look ahead to Tuesday, there is a marginal risk for some stronger thunderstorms, mainly for areas west and north of Dane County. We'll see those storms coming through during the heat of the day. So again, that kind of helps fuel them just a little more, bringing that threat for some heavier rain and wind gusts. So that's for Tuesday. Tomorrow, you get to enjoy the sunshine. Those rainstorms developing late Tuesday will stay with us into Wednesday. So a little bit of a long rain chance there. Tomorrow, plan on highs again in the mid to low 80s. Closer to the state line, we could see highs near 85, but a pretty seasonable day with partly sunny skies. We'll be in the mid-80s on Tuesday with the chance for showers and thunderstorms developing in the late afternoon and evening. Otherwise, that humidity increases and it stays a little more humid looking through the rest of the week. We'll drop back a bit on our afternoon highs on Wednesday because we'll have a bit more cloud coverage throughout the day. Highs will be in the low 80s, but it is going to be pretty humid outside with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Partly sunny on Thursday and humid, highs in the mid-80s. By Friday and the weekend, we're close to 90, and it seems likely that's where we're going to stay as we head into the following week with that humid conditions building back in.
Coming back. It was nice to have a little break.
Yes, and we've had some really comfortable mornings. I worked the morning show yesterday and walking out at 4 a.m., which I don't do regularly.
Yeah.
It felt really good.
Yeah, and even later on in the afternoon, you're not sticky as soon as you get out there, so that feels good.
It does indeed. That's a nice summer kind of forecast.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dana. Some Brewers had to pack more than just their own bags for summer camp this year. That story next in sports.
Today, some things do stand firm. Those you can lean on, the things that matter, and the importance of you being you. That's why, no matter the type of care you need, or the way you need it, we're here every day, safe and ready. Because wherever you are in your world, you're the focus of ours. Safe care your way. Unity Point Health Meriden, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like Emily lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds. Oh!
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk.
Oh?
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh.
Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 1-month or 3-month prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
Join us on News 3 Now this morning.
Well, as the Brewers enter week 2 of summer camp, a lot of the players sharing the decisions they had to make in coming back during COVID-19, like Lorenzo Cain. The veteran outfielder, he's got 3 little kids, all under the age of 10. And he made the choice to bring them and his wife with him to Milwaukee from their home in Oklahoma. Now, Cain says he is fortunate because they don't have any underlying health conditions, and he really did enjoy getting to spend the last 4 months with them.
Playing with them every day, you know, them keeping me busy, going outside, you know, playing catch or just chasing them around. That definitely helped out a lot. And, you know, they got used to their dad being home for a summer. You know, that was definitely weird for me. I don't remember the last time I was home probably since I was 18 was the last time I was home during the summer, I guess. So we tried to kind of enjoy it, and I try to enjoy it as much as possible. Spend time with my boys and my family.
Well, Madison native Jerry Kelly with a solid round 2 and 3 at the Workday Charity Open, trying to make some moves up the leaderboard today in the final round. But it was Justin Thomas's tournament to lose, and he did struggle on the greens coming down the stretch. So he and Colin Morikawa heading to not just 1 or 2, but 3 playoff holes, and those greens giving Thomas trouble again in that playoff. And 23-year-old Colin Morikawa wins the Workday Charity Open, only his 2nd win on the tour. Jerry Kelly finished tied for 22nd after putting up a 70 today, while Edgerton native Steve Stricker, he tied for 56th place. On to the celebs at the American Century Championship. Charles Barkley making us feel like stars are just like us. Putts for bogey. Not too bad, I suppose. Jerome Bettis, the former NFL running back, with a short birdie putt. Not too bad. He finished 15th. Now for some guys that are on top of the leaderboard. Steph Curry, who won't be playing in the NBA bubble since the Warriors are not. So he's been working on his golf game. He finished 4th. Now Tony Romo, the Burlington, Wisconsin native, withdrew from the final round. He was 3rd coming into the day, and Aaron Rodgers finished 16th. Finally tonight, fans were at a game last night at the United Soccer League match in Indianapolis. Now, they were required to wear a mask except when eating or drinking, and tickets were prearranged and assigned in clusters so that everybody would be social distance. Now, fans were also required to get their temperature checked at the entrance of the stadium. Anyone with a reading above 100.4 degrees was not allowed into the ground. So, Amanda, maybe this is a model for something that we might see in the future, or if there are fans at all at sports games this coming fall.
I feel like food is so much a part of being there, so I'm sure people had it off to be eating a lot. So it'll be interesting to see. Thanks so much, Melissa. We'll be right back.
This summer, get back to where you belong, along 60 miles of beautiful wide open beaches, where family vacations have never been so much fun. With every sunrise and each high tide, the beach is calling you to raise your spirits, make you smile, and bring your family closer together. So stop dreaming and start booking, because we can't wait for you to get here. Visit Myrtle Beach and discover why happiness comes in waves.
Joe Biden has never been president for some very good reasons.
And where did you place in that class?
One of them is still breathtaking years later.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Really, Joe?
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
Joe Biden, unsuited then, unsuited now. Restoration PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. Download the Channel 3000 Firstborn app, sponsored by Group Health Cooperative, and be prepared for anything headed our way.
How to get more out of your Wisconsin Dells vacation. Ride more rides, slide more slides. All the more reason to do a little more. Wisconsin Dells. That's more like it.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger.
You're looking at live pictures in Janesville, where police are investigating a death on the city's south side. Officials found a body on Pierce Street shortly after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Police say they'll hold a press conference soon where we expect to learn more. We'll bring you the latest on channel3000.com and tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
For a final look at your forecast, tomorrow will be partly sunny with highs in the low 80s. Shower chances developing late Tuesday, overnight into Wednesday. Temperatures by the end of the week and next weekend will be back close to 90 degrees.
All right, thanks for joining us. Have a great night.